Welcome back to CAD Clinic Volume 3. Scrub in because we got work to do. Alrighty, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a drawing. I kind of saw this one floating around when I was looking for some things to work on. And it's kind of seems straightforward until you jump in. So let's look at what we got going on. It's kind of some like angle bracket mounting jig fixture thing. Kind of call it whatever you want. But it looks like a fairly straightforward part like we've done before, mixed with another part like we've done. But the way you kind of have to go about doing it, these dimensions are not the nicest, right? Like if I look here, I got 20, 20, 20. So overall, I know that needs to be 60, but that might end up messing with your head. We look here, how thick is this plate up here? From here to here, it says 14, which is just like this one, so it seems like it's going to be pretty symmetrical. However, this part right here actually is 3 inches further down. So this little chunk right here needs to be 17. And I could see people getting lost in that. So we are going to kind of tackle this guy in the way I think I should do it. I know I'm not perfect when it comes to this stuff, but this is how I would handle it. So let's jump on into our part studio. All right, once we are in Onshape, first thing I noticed is that the numbers were kind of big, which in my mind means that it's probably going to be millimeters. So, and with a lot of these old sketches, a lot of times everybody drew in millimeters because that was kind of commonplace. Inches were a thing, but a lot of times people around the world didn't use it. So we'll go ahead and click our workspace units, change our inches to millimeters, and we'll say OK. And like I said, we're going to start on the top plane. So Shift and S on the top, N to normalize, P to hide our planes. I think I'm going to start with that 20 millimeter circle through. So I'm going to do 20. And then on the outside of that, I don't really have a shape. Like I don't have that dimension. It didn't give me a radius. It didn't give me here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of plan something out a little bit bigger and go from there. So I know I now have to draw a line from here over and come down. And I know that that's supposed to be 38. So this is a way I can do it without actually dimensioning like everything. I'm dimensioning the line. And then I need to continue this over. And this needs to go over 75 plus our 14 for that lip. So we'll say 14. So that gives us 89. And then I don't know how far up to make this quite yet. But if we look, I have 20 plus 20 plus 20 minus 75 gives us a total of 15. So 75 minus 15, or 75 minus 60 gives us 15. And then I'm kind of going to make this just come up here in tangent. And I like going past it and actually coming back in, deleting that, trimming that part up. So we're going to tell this, hey, that you need to be 38 from here. And this needs to be 22. And by doing so, we can now trim out this piece. And we have our shape with a lot of dimensions that had to be derived from other stuff. So there's my top piece, so to say. I guess what I could do now, if I wanted to, I think I'm going to actually do that. We'll do a rectangle, and I will do a line from here straight down. Again, we need that to be 60. And then I'm going to go over my 14. And then last, I'm going to come back up until we touch here like so. And I can trim that chunk out. Now, I know we're not fully defined anymore. So what I could do is just tell it, hey, like from here to here, you need to be 89. and that'll bring us back. So when you start trimming stuff, just kind of pay attention to that. That might mess you up a little bit. From here, I think I'm going to go Shift and E, and it's going to be a little overkill, but I'm going to make this whole thing 75 because the way I like to do it is start cutting stuff out. So this is way bigger than it needs to be, but now we can start doing some manipulation. So I need to draw on this face. We'll go Shift and S and a normalize, and I need a circle or an arc that starts in a couple of spots. So I'm just going to do the arc tool. I'm going to say, hey, somewhere up here, somewhere down here, and my radius needs to be 56. And now what's cool is I can give it the dimensions. So I'm going to say, hey, from this point here to this point here needs to be 20. And from here to here, it needs to be that 14 plus 3 to give us that overall of 17. And what that's going to do is I can now extrude just this chunk, and we're going to remove it, and we'll remove blind through all. So we're good there. And now we have this kind of crazy, funky shape. But our next thing we can do is come over here to this face, Shift S, and I can do a little rectangle. So we're going to do our G for corner rectangle. And I'm going to go kind of a little bit above and over like so. And what I'm going to tell it is that this needs to be 14 inches away. So 14. And this needs to be 3 inches, or 3 millimeters, sorry, 3 millimeters from there. And what that's going to allow me to do is then just take that piece, this chunk like this, remove, and again through all, and we end up with our shape like this. Now, I know it doesn't show over here, but from our, let me go isometric, there we go. From here, it's kind of what we're dealing with. I think that's supposed to be, I didn't click that, there we go. That's what we want. That's what we're looking at. There we go. So now I have that shape continues all the way through. Now, ideally, if I had this print, if I was going to be able to see this as a multi-view, obviously I'd be able to see that. But when you're only seeing this as an oblique view, kind of isometric, it's real hard to see what stuff's hidden behind here when they don't show hidden lines. So next thing we need to do is start working on this face, and we need to add a radius. So we can actually do that right now. Shift and F for fillet. We'll click this corner, and that radius needs to be 28. So we'll say OK. And then last thing we need to do is draw a sketch on here. We'll do a center point rectangle. And because this is 60, again, we can measure that one more time. We have our 60 there. I can use my center point, 20, 20, 20. I'm going to come up from here, come down to here. I'm going to tell that needs to be 20, and that needs to be 28 tall. So now all I have to do is Shift E, remove, and I could leave it at that 25, but I like to future-proof everything. For this one, actually, let's do up to face, and we'll click that back face on the other side and say OK. So we are fully defined. We are good to go. Drawing is done, and we have gone from this with kind of some messy angles into and dimensions into our final shape. So that's going to do it for us this week. I know this was a little more straightforward, but I think I like having these drawings that have like hiccups and headaches and things that make you kind of pay attention to the little details. So that's going to do it for us. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.